Okay. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hope everyone is doing really well on this Monday, on this Monday, February the 5th, 2024. And the Sacramento Kings are on their way home from a 7-game road trip. First of all, I want to welcome you to another episode of On the Cutting Room Floor, presented by Publicity Agents. I am the host, Tony Harvey. Peace in. And let's get down to it. Let me tell you how it went down tonight in Cleveland, Ohio, at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse with the Sacramento Kings. Yes, they did lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers 136 to 110, and they end their 7-game road trip 5-2. So, yes, they were defeated tonight by a really good, disciplined team in the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think they done won 14 of their last 15 games. So they have improved tremendously since the last time the Kings met them on November 13th, when the Kings beat them at Golden One Center 132 to 120. And yes, it's okay to lose to that team. Kings, they were trying to maintain. They was trying to stay into it, most of the game. I think at one point they rallied. They climbed. The Cleveland Cavaliers climbed up to 29 points. I think that was their biggest margin in the game. There was a time when the Kings did come back when they were down by 21 points. They did come back and cut it to 10, but that was the closest that they got after that. But hey, solid road trip. You look back on it, if you lose to the Miami Heat, to South Beach, Florida, and then you lose in the Midwest, basically in Cleveland, Ohio, and you rack up these other wins, and you set a franchise record of 5 wins on a 7-game road trip. That, I would have to say, my friends, is a successful road trip. So they really look good at those games that they won, and pretty much tells a lot about this team when they're on the road, because they are 15-12 on the road on the season, but they are 29-20 overall. Hey, one more win this week, hopefully, or 2 more wins, but at least 1 more win. They're gonna hit the 30 game mark, on the season. So they will return home for a match with the Detroit Pistons Wednesday. That will be February the 7th, and then they'll play again 2 days later after that. They will have Denver Nuggets on Friday, February the 9th. So then they're back on the road. The Kings will be back on the road, and we're going to discuss that as well. But if I start here, you know where I'm going to start, because it's definitely newsworthy, has been for the last 7 games on the 7-game road trip, because he did it every game on the road trip. Okay, and he's been doing it because he's been doing it for 31 games. Okay, matter of fact, he did it for the 32nd game tonight. And that's Domantas Sabonis. Domantas Sabonis recorded his 32nd consecutive double-double, which now is the franchise record, the Sacramento Kings franchise record. And he did it in true form, true fashion, with a triple-double. Domantas Sabonis had 12 points, 19 rebounds, 5 assists tonight in 34 minutes. He was 6 for 9 from the field, and he didn't do much else in the other categories, except he had 5 turnovers. He didn't go to the free throw line at one. Matter of fact, not one starter tonight went to the free throw line. no one went to the charity stripe, to collect a freebie at any point. So that was kind of odd too. But hey, Domantas, folks, I just don't know what to say about this All-Star thing. I know I keep bringing it up, but I know there was a video put out today by Draymond Green showing his displeasure of the Sacramento Kings, two Sacramento Kings players not making the All-Star roster in Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox. Of course, that's pretty much the general feeling, running around the city of trees here in Sacramento. It's just totally ridiculous. Now, I know something could happen and he could be added to that roster. It may not happen, but it is just a disservice from the coaches in the NBA, the National Basketball Association, to not put this man on that NBA roster to play in that NBA game in Indianapolis, Indiana on February 18th. That's just totally ridiculous. As a matter of fact, of course, I like to see both of them on there, De'Aaron Fox as well. But in the case of Domantas Sabonis, that's horrible. I think Draymond said something, it probably was a split between the two, Domantas and Fox, and they just turned into casualties, not making it at all. Okay. If I editorialize it, it's not only a slight on those players in the organization, Mike Brown and his coaching staff, it is a slight on the fans of Sacramento. It is a slight on the city of Sacramento. Okay. There's just no respect there. That's what that's just telling me. Okay. They made the playoff last year. Okay. First time in 16 seasons. But you guys still don't believe how good this team is. Okay. They are sitting in the 5th spot in the Western Conference. The 5th spot. With a winning record. And no one will represent them, the city, in the All-Star game. Only have to go over that, but that's where we are right now. Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes had a good night tonight in the losing cause. 22 points, 1 rebound, and 1 steal. But he was 8 for 15 shooting from the field. He made 6 of 10 shots in three-point territory. And of course, as I mentioned, no starter went to the free throw line, and he was definitely one of them because he's a starter. De'Aaron Fox, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. 2 steals in 35 minutes. He was 8 for 20 from the field, 3 for 9 beyond the arc. No free throws, of course. Okay, no starter from the Sacramento Kings went to the free throw line tonight. Okay, Malik Monk, he's still rolling. He came off the bench. He had 18 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers in 23 minutes. Trey Lyles, he had 7 points. But the thing about Trey Lyles, he did go to the free throw line. He had 3 of 4 shots from the free throw line. Malik did go to the free throw line. He only made 2 out of 4 attempts. And the team overall was 7 for 12 from the free throw line. So that's at 58%. But of course, it wasn't a difference tonight. But we're still seeing, these little struggles with those free throws and stuff. But it really didn't matter tonight. That's just the way it went down. And we'll see what happens when they play Detroit. They already beat them this season anyway. Okay. Sacramento Kings were 43 for 93, shooting from the floor at 46%. They made 17 of 44 attempts in three-point territory at 38%. So, hey, Sacramento Kings. That was their stat line for the night. Now, on the other side, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland Cavaliers are playing some excellent ball right now, and as the old cliche goes, they're the hottest team in the association right now. They have a record now that stands at 32-16, and they are 8-8 in Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Now, their first 25 games, they were just one game over 500. They were 13-12. Okay, so since then, they done rallied off. They are 19-4 since then. 19-4. Okay, so they seem to have not only turned the corner, went down the street, they flying fast down the highway. They are making a difference in the Eastern Conference. How far they go, sitting in the fourth spot out there, that would be, up to them. They control their own destination, of course, but they're really playing some really good basketball right now. Donovan Mitchell, in 32 minutes, he had 29 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. He shot 11 for 20 from the floor, 5-11 from three-point territory. He was 2 for 2 at the free throw stripe, at the charity stripe free throws. So, but the guy tonight that was really, really impressive was Max Strus. Max Strus, who played in Miami last year, who played in the NBA Finals with Miami last season. He had 22 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. He was 8 for 13 shooting from the field, 6 for 10 beyond the arc in 26 minutes. The team, as a unit, the Cavaliers that I'm talking about, they made 23 3-pointers tonight out of 41 attempts. That's 56%. They wasn't messing around. Okay, I mean, they started off that way. Okay, I think in that first quarter, I think they were 6 for 10 shooting in that first quarter behind the arc. So were the Kings. They were shooting pretty well too. I think they were like 5 for 9 or 5 or 6 for 10 or 7 or 11, something like that, till they started cooling off. But the Cleveland Cavaliers, they kept on burning up. I mean, they stayed on that heater. They kept putting them up. And as you see, that's the outcome. That's the result. They had 23 threes tonight. Okay. And those two, Donovan Mitchell and Max Strus, were part of that damage. Okay. Jared Allen, the big man, had 19.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 block shots. Evan Mobley, double-double, 11 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists. Caris LeVert came off the bench, 17.6 rebounds and 7 assists in 24 minutes. He also had 1 steal. So they had 36 assists as a team and 10 steals. They collected 10 steals tonight as a team. So don't want to see any more of this team. They had certainly just made a 360 turnaround as far as their record. But they're looking good out there right now. They are the hot team at the moment. So let's just see what the Cleveland Cavaliers do from there. But Sacramento Kings, hey. Sacramento Kings. Matter of fact, in that first quarter, I'm pretty sure I knew Domantas was going to get a double tonight, because it was when the score reached 9-8 in the first quarter, the Kings was leading 9-8. He had already had 5 rebounds, so I know exactly where this was going. I mean, in the first quarter was a high-scoring affair anyway, because by the end of the first quarter, the Cavs were leading 39-38. And they were 8 for 12 shooting from the 3-point line, so beyond the arc. So you knew they were ready to play tonight. So, and that's Strus. Strus hit 3 3-pointers himself in that first quarter. They kind of got them off as well with everything else going. And the Kings, they really struggled. I mean, they really struggled in that first half. The Cavaliers led 74-59 at halftime, 74-59 at halftime. And as I said, they jumped up to 21 points in the third quarter. They were up 91-72 on a basket by Donovan Mitchell, 91-72. The Kings rolled back. They cut the lead to 106-96 on a basket by De'Aaron Fox. But as I said, from there, the Cavaliers, they went on a run and they never looked back. The Kings never got any closer than 10 points. So that pretty much sums up the night. They're on their way back to Sacramento. They have a game here Wednesday against Detroit. And then another 2 days, 48 hours after that, they'll be facing the Denver Nuggets. So have to applaud them for this 7-game road trip, because they will be going back out on the road after those 2 games. Golden One Center. And they will start with Oklahoma City, Phoenix, and then Denver again on the 14th, which will be Valentine's Day. Then the All-Star break happens. Okay? The All-Star break happens. So they get their little All-Star break after the 14th. And when they return to the floor, they will play the San Antonio Spurs on February 22nd. Yes. Yeah. So it's kind of like a split road trip, with the All-Star break in between. But they still have a little, got here. I think that's going to be a 5 or 6 game road trip itself. I have to look back at the schedule, though. But I do know when they return after the All-Star break that they are playing the San Antonio Spurs. So, hey, oh yeah, haven't seen Sasha Vencikov in a few games, and I know he's been out. I think he had an ankle injury, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like we might not see him until after the All-Star break. I don't know. I have to get some more information on him, because he was wearing a hoodie on the bench tonight, but they never said today that he was going to play tonight anyway. So definitely want to look out and see what happens right there. Okay, well, definitely going to cut it short tonight, folks. I do want to thank y'all for stopping in and listening to another episode of On the Cutting Room Floor. Once again, I am Tony Harvey. This is presented by Publicity Agents, and we are telecasting from Black Magic Ink Studios in the southwest part of Sacramento. And I don't know if I'm going to do a digital commentary after Wednesday's game due to the fact that I have some work to do radio-wise for NBC Sports Radio, cutting up some audio. But we'll see. I definitely will have some interviews posted on a YouTube channel for you all to see anyway, as usual. But I'll be back with another digital commentary. I'm kind of liking this. I am liking this. But anyway, thanks again. Peace, love, and solidarity.